Okay. But either or. You know what time it is and everything. I mean, I made it abundantly clear what we're going to be doing today, so... We get to watch stupid people make stupid decisions and get stupid rewards. And surprisingly enough, I don't know if this channel is like falling into a groove or something, but when you look at the lineup that we've got, at least where we've left off, at the very least, it's all women. Take that for what you will. I didn't ask for them to be like this. It just is. I don't get it. I don't get it. Most of them are from Florida, and most of them maybe from California. I don't know. Nah, just a handful of them are from Wisconsin, mine. At least the ones I've shown you. But surprisingly enough, some of the craziest ones are from Florida. But I think that goes without saying in this day and age. Perhaps. But either way, where we last left off was the video where it was 10 minutes of nonstop screaming. And the thumbnail here just exemplifies it. But where we last left off now, we get to move into the next one, which is surprisingly enough about to hit 2 million views. So something happens in here that's caused people to come back to this one. So either way, Lyft driver makes the biggest mistake of her life. I feel as though that big mistake is probably to some degree running. And not in a healthy way. So let's just see how she ruins everything.
A driver was pulled over for stopping in the middle of a crosswalk and almost hitting a vehicle while turning.
Okay, so clearly reckless driving at the very least. That's how we in the biz like to say probable cause. But I'm curious as to see how this is going to escalate, because you just don't... I mean, it's gonna build. It's gonna build, but let's see how this goes.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Simple. Hey, I'm Deputy Gunner of the Sheriff's Office. Hey, reason I'm stopping you, okay, first off, alright, when you were stopped over there at the red light...
Okay, can I point out something? She is like a deer in the headlights. Just like staring at this officer, just be like, how can I get out of this? Something's up. Either she's thinking a lot or not thinking at all. She's thinking about everything or nothing. And I think I'm seeing where the 2 million views is coming into play on this one.
Light after coming over the Bridge of Lions, okay, you were stopped way past the stop bar, and your car was completely in the crosswalk.
Okay.
Okay, you can't...
Yeah, that's the crosswalk. That's for people, not cars. So already, something's up here, lady. Something's up here.
You're parking in the middle of the crosswalk, because if people are trying to cross, obviously, they can't walk through your car, right?
That makes sense.
Okay. As you were coming down Cathedral over there, okay, do you remember where you started drifting over to the left?
Yes.
And you almost hit that parked car?
Yes.
Okay. And then as you turned here, alright, you turned here very quick on...
Oh my gosh, she's not even looking at him anymore. Her eyes are just drifting off to the side ever so slightly. I'm waiting for one of them to just start pivoting over away from the other one. Just spacing out entirely. I'm just waiting for that magical moment to happen, because that's kind of on brand right now. But I'm still waiting for the drop to happen.
This road, which is King Street, okay, so that's why I stopped you. One,
she's literally going cross-eyed.
Two, you drifted over and almost smashed into that parked car.
I did not almost smash into the parked car. I'm a Lyft. I'm trying to get to my customers.
Okay, do you remember, but you remember almost hitting it?
No, I didn't almost hit it.
Well, you just told me that you did.
I did not. I said I moved over to the lane, and
He's got a dash cam. He saw it.
I was in
plain
a
as
lane
day,
where
so-
I was trying to move over. There's a parked car that's in the middle of the white line in the lane.
Right. But you started drifting over, almost hit it, and you swerved over to the right.
That's not what happened.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm just telling you what I saw. Okay. And also, parked in the crosswalk. Okay. Do you have your driver's license, your registration, insurance?
I sure do.
Why is she?
This,
Why is she putting the
that?
seatbelt?
I said,
Why is she putting the seatbelt back on unless she's attempting to run? I feel like this is about to be where it's gonna go, cause well, at least safety first. I'll give her credit on that, but don't really need to put the seatbelt on if you don't plan on going anywhere. So I feel like she's gonna be going somewhere very soon. Give it about maybe 10 seconds.
can you bear with me?
I didn't even say anything.
It's the light.
It's just my light.
I know, but it's a little invasive.
It's
Not
not
really,
invasive.
no.
It is.
What are you?
There it is. 10 seconds. We're good.
She's taking off. She's heading towards.
Called it.
I don't say George.
I freaking called it.
She's signal too.
Signal 2, intoxicated driver. She's got something to hide.
The suspect
Let's go.
managed to reach speeds of 70 miles per hour in a 20 miles per hour zone.
Ooh, that's a big no-no right there. 50 over the speed limit? Because I was about to say, those buildings are very close by there. This is some sort of downtown area. You have no business going anywhere over 20 miles an hour for any freaking reason. Just because where are you freaking going? Straight into a wall somewhere. Oh, boy, this is going to be a good one. I can feel it.
We're going southbound, Cathedral.
And yeah, he's flying as well, just to
While
try and
fleeing,
keep up.
She nearly struck 2 pedestrians who had to jump out of the way.
I'm on Cathedral. I just lost her. It looks like 1023. She's signal forward. She's
Oh,
running.
And she's
Get on the
flying.
ground. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased.
Taser, please.
Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach now. Get on your stomach.
God, freaking! And don't throw the child into the mix as well. Do not give a damn that there is a 2-year-old involved. Hopefully, he's not in the vehicle with you. But all sympathy is lost now when you just freaking book it out of there and almost hit 2 people. Now you've got something to hide. Now you've got something that we're gonna need to get a little bit into now. So, yeah. Well, I hope hopefully the 2-year-old's not in the car. I don't think that's the case. She's probably got a 2-year-old at home, which is probably why she's drinking and driving. Don't want to blame the kid, but blame a weak will and constitution on that front. But you, ma'am, you have made one hell of a mistake tonight.
You're gonna get tased if you
Do not
move.
care in this moment. Do not freaking care.
I can't give you an address. We're in a side yard. Put your feet out.
And at this rate, you'll never be let out, bitch. Good people don't run.
She's not secure yet. I'm working on it.
I mean, what's stopping you from taking the kid out with you? Put him in the stroller. Put him in the little front like harness thing or something. I don't friggin' know. You can. It's not like you're like. It's not a ball and chain. It's a 2-year-old. You can take it out with you. You can take the kid with you and do stuff. Go out to the park. Go for a walk. Put the kid on a leash and just go about your business. Don't do the leash bit. Don't. But the point being, it doesn't have to escalate to this part just because the 2-year-old exists. You're not confined into your residence just simply because you have a child. Bond with them instead of whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
Put your arms behind your back.
Never go out, please. I've never done anything like this. I'm scared. Please.
You just made a bad decision.
I forgot to put the little notification for the sound alerts.
I'll give you an address in a sec. If you keep going north on St.
I'm
George,
scared.
you'll see a tree in the
Hold
middle
on,
of a
give me a
house or something.
second. Please, I'm scared.
If you were scared, you shouldn't have run. If you're a good person, you shouldn't have run. If you were scared, you should have stayed. Probably not even drunk. You probably would have just gotten off with a warning to just not be reckless unless there is alcohol involved. At which point, again, which we will probably see with the rest of these videos that we're going to be seeing today, compliance is your best offense and defense at the same time. If you just listen to the cop, follow their instructions, and just face the music, the punishments are going to be not as severe. You've escalated things now. Now they will be very severe.
I'm such a good person, please.
Oh, she wrecked that one bad. Oh, now she's out of a job. Congrats. You did ruin everything.
St. John, start fire rescue. Her car.
One can assert that this is the biggest mistake of her life.
Up.
I'm sorry.
Look, your car's on fire.
I understand that.
And now look, your car has just burst into flames. Wonderful.
I've never done anything in my life.
Yeah, well, you made a bad choice.
What happened? Please tell me what happened.
God, oh, I'm gonna back up a bit and just get a good look at that. She demolished that tree. Like, there's just like wood and splinters and branches everywhere. She freaking demolished that thing. God, that bill's gonna be one hell of a nightmare to freaking pay off. She's out of a car, she's out of a job, she's out of her freaking mind. Oy. You're just taking like 5 seconds to just think the situation through and be like, should I run? Which the answer is always no. Trick question, never run. Again, compliancy. It is, or complicit, or being complicit. No, complying. That's the word I'm looking for. Comply, and you'll be fine. It rhymes a little bit there, so it should help.
What happened? Please tell me what happened.
What's happening? Look what you just did.
Take a quick gander, ma'am. You ran into nature's roadblock, and it done did freaking messed up your car. I think the most valuable thing lost in this excursion was the tree. Just gonna put that one out there.
Look what you just did.
Okay.
Good God, it's even more freaking behind the thing. Oh, what are you? Hold on. It's like,
What's happening? Look what you just did. Look what you just did.
Okay,
Look at all
so
this.
one bad mistake makes up for a...
You got anything illegal on you?
one bad mistake. Ma'am, have you any idea what you just done did do? You almost killed 2 people in the process and freaking demolished some foliage, wrecked your car, ran from the police, and now your 2-year-old is going to have to deal with the consequences on this front. One bad mistake! Frick. You're a mistake.
No, of course not. No, of course not.
Take a seat.
Just get in the
Well,
car.
you have a strap.
Take a seat.
Just get in the car. And don't drive it into any trees while you're at it, please. Can't afford any more losses here tonight. Yikes. Jesus. That car is done. It's got a date with the scrap pile.
You got it. St. John's, I got the fire.
Damn.
If you can keep fire rescue coming, just check the vehicle and check my subject.
We have posts.
Because here's the thing. If we're looking at the orientation of where the cop cars are, she freaking plowed that thing and it went with so force, it flipped around entirely. Like, it's facing in the opposite direction of where it was coming from. That car freaking... Good lord. Freaking demolished that son of a bitch. And that's some serious force that... Well, again, going 70 in a 20 is gonna freaking do that to a car. She's lucky she can... She's lucky she was able to walk, much less run away from the situation. She should be counting her lucky stars right there. And maybe doing a little bit of converting on the side, because clearly somebody wanted you to stay alive for this, to face the music. If not by divine intervention, for the funny.
Check the vehicle and check my subject.
We have posts, paneling, vehicle headlight, Toyota.
Hubcap.
Oh my god, it's in their yard.
Yeah. Again, going 70 will
I love
do
that
that.
you guys got dressed up. It brings me joy.
Oh my god.
Isn't that some Final Destination right there?
Jesus.
Wow. Morning. Hey, tell me what's wrong with that picture. Yeah, she's getting on the plane tomorrow, and that's
Oh my.
gonna be the end.
Look at that.
Whoa, hold the phone up. That's a post. Like, that's a 2x4 that punched through the freaking windshield. Thank goodness nobody was in the freaking passenger seat, or they would have freaking been impaled. That's what they meant by a freaking Final Destination over there. Good God! The more you look at it, it's just even freaking worse. There clearly is a god, because he moved that board to go into the other window. Friggin' everything was going well to keep this lady from freaking dying tonight. She really needs to do some self-reflection on this front, because there are so many opportunities that either she could have killed somebody or killed herself. But I'm so curious as to know what the reason was. What's the crux of the issue here that caused this? It went from a simple, maybe a little bit of reckless driving, let you off with a warning, you're fine. Could it be that she was hitting the booze a little bit? Could it be that there's something more to this? Or did she just panic? And if it's panic, well, this isn't worth panicking over in any way, shape, or form.
That's Final Destination.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have hurt a passenger.
Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was gonna feel really, really old if you didn't.
It hit the fence?
She hit a lot of things, so.
Your fence
We'll
was
get
one
some
of them,
stuff
man.
out of your yard and whatnot,
Oh my
but
gosh,
just
it really is in my yard.
yeah, it's everywhere. And then there's some up here too.
She exploded all over the place there.
How's your knee feel?
I just, I'm fine. I'll heal.
And she's
I see your
bleeding.
face real quick.
She's
Just wanna
bleeding
check, see
there
if
a
you're
bit.
okay. I'm gonna pull that leaf out of your hair. Oops, sorry. Okay.
No, it's okay. I have a 3.5-year-old and a fiance.
Is it 2 or is it 3.5? Make up your mind, lady. You're already starting to flub your numbers, and I don't think it's like standard procedure for a mom to forget how old their kid is. Maybe if you have like multiple of them, maybe it slips a bit. But when it's just one, I think you can kind of remember. And if it's only like 2, maybe 3, those are easy numbers to remember. Again, were you hitting the sauce a little bit there, or is there something more going on upstairs?
Are they home right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to let him know I'm okay. I've never been in trouble. I got scared. I know what I did. I know I made a mistake.
I just got here, so I don't even know what happened, so.
I'll give her credit where credit is due. She's at least cognitively aware of the situation. I'll give her that. But again, you don't escalate a situation like this unless you've got something to hide. And if there is nothing that she's hiding, this was a vast waste of time and potential life. I'm trying to wrap my head around this, trying to figure it out, but I'm coming up empty-handed on this. Alcohol would be like the clear excuse for everything, but what I'm seeing here is she's a lot more sober than what I'm used to seeing with people in that sort of situation. So I'm curious as to see if there is an explanation for all this, or if it is just sheer panic.
He pulled me over. I've never been pulled over in my life. I'm 30 years old. I got scared.
Well, I'll go let Deputy Green know what kind.
So I'm only about a year older than her. This was in 2023. God, you made some terrible choices. As a fellow peer. You done did goofed, ma'am.
What phone do you have? Is it iPhone, Android?
It's an iPhone.
Okay. What's the phone background? So if they see it, they know it's yours.
Me and my daughter.
Okay, so it's you? Your face? Okay. I'll go let them know, okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, like, the one time that I've been pulled over for mild speeding, which I did get a ticket for, paid it, did whatever and everything. Yeah, it was a little bit intimidating. But again, compliance is your number one offense and defense. Just sit there, take your lumps, move on. Do not escalate. That is the bane of any sort of police encounter. Do not escalate. If you just stay calm, sit, take your lumps, answer the cops' questions, be truthful and honest throughout the entire freaking experience. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. All that jazz. You might, not only will you not catch any additional charges, you might just be let off the hook with a warning. You're not going to get a warning if you do this, so let that be a lesson for everybody involved here.
Anytime until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand your rights?
Yes,
With
sir.
your rights in mind, are you willing to answer some questions for me?
Given.
Given.
I don't understand what that meant.
Yes.
Okay. When's the last time you slept?
9 a.m. this morning.
Like, that's when you woke up?
Yes.
Okay. How many hours of sleep did you get last night?
10.
How many?
10.
When's the last time you...
Damn, 10 years, or 10 years, 10 hours at 30? I'd be lucky. My Christ, can I have some of that? I really need that kind of sleep. Get up at 5 in the morning and don't go to bed until basically midnight. Yeah, friggin' 10 hours with a 2-year-old? Yeah, I'm not following that. If anything, 10 hours would make you frickin' wide awake in this sort of situation. I could understand if she's only getting like 4 or 5 with a 2-year-old. I could get that. And then you can chalk it up to sleep deprivation for why she was recklessly weaving around and everything because she's just falling asleep at the wheel. I can get that. But that still doesn't explain the sudden escalation does not in any way, shape, or form.
You ate
6:30
6:30.
p.m.
What'd you eat?
Mac and cheese and asparagus and kielbasa.
Okay. And without looking at a watch, what time do you think it is right now?
Probably 2:45.
From the time that you woke up this morning to us talking.
So I like to point out she said 2:45. My webcam is blocking it. The body cam says it's 1:36. Just a tad off there. Thinking it's a little bit later than it is, but no. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm just it says up there that it's it's September 8th, 2023. It is currently 1:36 in the morning. Why aren't you at home? Just a thought. Just a thought.
Right now, have you consumed any alcoholic beverages?
I met up with some friends at 9:30.
Okay, so about 9:30, met up with some friends.
Yeah.
What time do you think you had your last alcoholic beverage?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. And
This is the first.
I understand. It's quite a first.
No, this is a big
It's a big first. Yeah.
first. But I got scared.
So
I'm
about a
sorry.
total of how many alcoholic beverages do you think you've had?
I wouldn't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Hang on a sec. I'm going to do a little bit of math here. BRB on this front, because we have at the very least a month to work with. So with it being the 8th, currently, at the time of this recording, and looking back into the calendar of when it was September, ma'am, I hate to inform you, but that is one hell of a Thursday evening for you. I'd be more expecting that of it being of a Friday evening, maybe a Saturday evening, Friday evening, Saturday morning. Not a Thursday. This is not Thursday behavior. You don't go for a night on the town on a Thursday. Or am I just crazy on that front? Because I don't get out much, so I wouldn't know. But then again, I don't do what she just did. So, yeah.
Okay. And let's see.
I decline the answer.
Hmm?
I'm
You don't want to answer any more questions?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, that's fine. So here's the deal. You are being placed under arrest for DUI as long as a lot of other charges. Okay.
Too many to get into.
I am requesting you submit to a lawful breath test to determine your breath alcohol content. Is that something you'd be willing to do for me?
No.
Okay. I gotta read you what's called your implied consent, okay? Okay, you still refusing
So
to
it
breath
is.
sample?
So it is alcohol. We found the culprit. It's the obvious again. Again, do we need... How many more countless examples do we need in this day and age for people to just be like, can you not drink and drive because you'll explode fences and almost impale yourself on a 2x4 just because you did a little bit of bobbing and weaving in the downtown area? But again, that's what doing 70 in a 20 is going to do. And the fact that you can't remember how many drinks you did have... that's a bit of an issue there too, so yeah.
Hey, is this Kim?
Yeah.
Hey, Kim, it's Deputy Green, St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. Hey, I'm here with your daughter, Allie, Alexandra.
Okay.
She got herself in a little bit of trouble tonight.
A little bit of trouble, and that's putting it very lightly.
She's okay. She was driving impaired. I stopped her on a traffic stop, and she made the wrong decision to flee from me.
Oh yeah, that is a good point to bring up, chat. Where are the breathing problems? Breathing problems are usually an excuse for somebody trying to get out of a situation. Again, I'll give credit where credit is due. she's not trying to get out of this anymore. She's just rolling with the punches now. So, surprisingly enough, her onset asthma isn't really catching on anymore because it's not necessary at this point. So, yeah. People only have breathing problems when they're getting arrested. They also always have to use the bathroom when they're getting arrested, too. You find that happening a lot, too. So, she didn't have it because, again, she's at least somewhat cognitively aware enough that there's no getting out of this. The evidence is over-freaking-whelming. So it's like, yeah, the telltale signs of the entitled. Breathing problems, suddenly having to use the bathroom, and asking for the badge numbers. Didn't do any of that stuff. So I'll commend her for that.
Drove a very high rate of speed in the city, crashed through 2 separate yards, took down a power pole as well as somebody's oak tree in their front yard. In total,
She hit a power pole.
and then she ran from me on the foot. So, she's got herself in a little bit of trouble tonight, but she wanted me to call you just to let you know what's going on and so you know that she's okay.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. She made a bunch of bad decisions. Of course, she's a very responsible girl.
Yeah, she seems like it. She just made
Let this be the wake-up call, lady.
I'm not a total piece of shit.
I didn't say you were, you just made a mistake.
The suspect was released on a $13,000 bond. She was initially facing 8 charges, but
8. Okay, so the initials, some of these are going to be dropped. I know that for a fact. Fleeing or attempting to elude high speed. That's the 70 and the 20 mile zone. DUI with damage to personal property, ×2. Resisting an officer without violence. That was her running and trying to squirm free. DUI, alcohol, or drugs. Refusal to take a breath test on that one. DUI with damage to person or property. Again, I think that may have been either the power pole or just other personal property. Fleeing or attempting to elude lights and siren activity. That's, again, the 70 and the 20. An aggravated fleeing or attempted eluding with injury or property damage. Again, leaving the scene of an accident. But I'm curious as to see how many of these somehow get dropped. Or which ones get dropped.
the legal system is now only pursuing 4.
I guess the 4 at the top. Which I guess you could kind of say is like most of the 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all just kind of like repeats of the top. So why pursue that even further? Just because it's more of the same. We got our case here. we got it.
She's pleaded not guilty and demanded a jury trial.
What? Huh? There's a blonde joke that I could make here. There is very much a blonde joke that I could make here. But that's very low-hanging fruit from the tree that she ran into. So, I'm not going to. But that's going to be one hell of a case to pursue when there is so much overwhelming evidence. I would anticipate, if you were going to pursue this, if you were going to pursue a not guilty sort of vibe with your freaking case, an Alfred plea would work immensely. For those that don't know what that is, an Alfred plea is when you don't admit to fault. Like, you don't come out and confess and say that, yeah, I'm guilty, whatever, throw me in prison and everything. You don't outright say that you're guilty, but at the same time, you don't say that you are not guilty. You just simply admit, without admitting fault, that the evidence against you is overwhelming enough that a guilty verdict is more or less a shoo-in. So, I'm not going to admit that I did anything wrong, but I do agree with the fact that the state has a massive case against me that they are no doubt going to win. I could understand her taking that part. But getting at least one look at her for most certainly, she probably doesn't know what that is. So, yeah. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Her case is still open, so consider subscribing to Crime Scene Cam for updates and check out these next videos.
God. You want to talk about just like an absolute freaking train wreck roller coaster ride that was. Good God. That caught me off guard, the not guilty. It's like, you want to run that by me again, ma'am? Do you not see what you just caused? And the overwhelming video evidence of you fleeing the scene, flying down the streets, crashing into stuff. No doubt the dash cam probably has that. Then trying to run from the accident scene. And that's what we're going to be dealing with. Okay. You've got one uphill battle to work with, ma'am. But good luck to you, I guess. You're gonna freaking need it.